That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an A. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by the guy under center. Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Fountain, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fernandez. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 15-1, 15-1.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's second and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's how we do it.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Operating from the gun. Chandler trying to lay one up deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Throwing to start the drive. Walton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D.
This is Spiller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Shrugs him off. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Caught. It's Wilson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown from 19 yards away. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. Jameis to throw it. He'll rifle this, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 54 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check 43.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On first down, Fountain. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Walton under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing left side, it's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Winston now from the 50. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore. Tough football game.
It's a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field.
And here comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll run on the brawl. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Walton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses. Understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Get that quarterback. Flip it. 56 to Mike.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Winston now. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first down throw for Winston. He's got it at the 15. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This one fielded at the 5. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Walton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Spiller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's almost closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. On play action, Winston. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The point after is good, and the lead is now 24. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Walton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming.
Throwing again, Walton. And he comes back with one complete.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Walton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal. It's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Again, they run it with Spiller. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
60 Pittsburgh. Go, go, go.
On 1st and 10, Walton. His throw incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
1st down, Dolphins.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
From the gun, Walton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Walton. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on 1st down. Walton. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Accelerating and off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Looking to throw. Walton. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16.
60 out more. Big stop. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Tight end Ringo. Tight end over.
They run with Spiller. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Yeah,
baby. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Here's Spiller. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
On second down now, it's Walton, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They go back to Walton, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll run on first down. Walton. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was